All right. So here it is. I've been waiting for so long trying to figure out how I wanted to do this. How I wanted to do a playthrough of Xenoblade, because I knew I eventually wanted to do one, whether it's with the definitive edition when that comes out or playing through the game that I grew up and loved. But I kind of struggled for a very long time now with how I was going to do this. You know, for a long time I figured I want to do something that someone else hasn't done already, you know, some in-depth guide, or, you know, presenting the game in a new fashion, in a new way that people would feel justified in experiencing again. But I think overall, I think that I just kind of came to the conclusion that I should make it as natural as possible. I should play through Xenoblade with a fresh set of eyes, remembering what I loved about the game, remembering what's keeping me coming back now, and maybe even reminiscing with whoever decides to watch about the things that I did love about the game and what I continue to love about the game, and maybe talking about my first experiences, sharing that with you, and hopefully getting your own as well. This is kind of a first for me. I've never done a playthrough like this before. Never really done a Let's Play or anything of that nature either. This is all foreign territory for me, so I'm sure I'm gonna have struggles commentating and playing through the game and making sure I keep my eye contact with the camera, things like that. You know, I'm not very used to this live content stuff, but hopefully I can give you guys an entertaining playthrough of my favorite game ever, and maybe give you some insight to why I love it, and even maybe a new perspective or two. With all that said, I'm playing through this game the same exact way I played through it back in 2012, with this horribly shitty, if I can center on the camera, horribly shitty Wii Classic controller. You know, the one that doesn't have like the hinges on it, so it's just like a little tiny like the two control sticks are way too close together. The buttons are also small and it's really hard to use. Now, I used this controller on my very first playthrough of this game back when I played it. So imagine I was comfortable enough. Well, oh my god, we've been sitting in the menu for so long that it just went black. I've actually not seen this before. That's pretty funny. Okay, and it's just gonna give us B-roll now. But I actually played through the game initially with this controller. So imagine how much I must have loved this game to endure the worst control scheme ever. Actually, twice, now that I think about it. Not only was this Wii Classic controller really bad for playing this game, I mean, for obvious reasons, it's tiny, it's the size of like this one palm of my hand, but also because I played through the game on the 3DS as well. I mean, I've played through this game several times on both platforms, but playing through that game with the new 3DS, the required 3DS that you need to play it with the tiny little like nub C-stick that the new 3DS XL has, and doing it with that tiny screen and the really compact buttons, especially when you're my age and you're playing that back in like 2015, 2016, that was like, oh, that wasn't fun at all. That was not a fun experience. But I mean, I still played it and I still loved playing the game, but I mean, that's my point of saying all that is like, imagine the shit I went through. imagine how much I cared about this game to go through it like that. And I'm doing it all over again. I'm doing it all over again for you. And for my own sanity too. Alright, this has been already 5.5 minutes and I've pretty much done nothing. So we're gonna start now. We're gonna start. This is Xenoblade Chronicles.
Long ago, the world was nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then two great titans came into existence. The Bionis and the Mechonis. The Titans were locked in a timeless battle. Until at last, only their lifeless corpses remained. Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon.
Retreat! Retreat! Get away from me! Retreat! No, retreat! The end Mecho's unknown! No! No!
They're advancing down our weak right flank. For a bunch of soulless machines, they seem to know a thing or two. But we'll see.
Young man, we've been given the order to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6. That's where we'll set up the last line of defense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
Or we can stay and fight.
What?
We may die if we take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies. We have the Monado. With this, the future is ours for the taking.
Stupid beast. Your body can't take any more of the Monado. I can tell by just looking at you.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
I should have known I couldn't talk sense into a beast. Let's do this. I'm going with you. You'll need someone to drag your corpse on.
As long as you think you've still got the strength in you, old man.
Oi, you two! We've been ordered to pull back! I'm leaving!
Well, I say you're coming with us. What would we do without those?
The enemy's second wave is approaching!
It's now or never, Dunban. Let's show them what we've got. We'll give them a warm Hom's welcome.
Acknowledged.
Yeah! Ha! What are they trying to prove? I'm not throwing my life away. No point dying in some godforsaken field. Nothing for it. I'll have to use Dunban as a decoy. Yeah, that should give me time to escape.
Alrighty then, so oh yeah, it's throwing us in a tutorial, I completely forgot about that. So pretty simple. Press L and R to target a monster, yes, like many action video games. Something I want to bring up before we actually get into a fight here is how good this game actually looks for a game released on the Wii. A sub HD console that was dropped in 2012. A lot of those animations with the Bionis and the Mechonis kind of honestly puts some recent games I can think of to shame, and other games released around the time on even more powerful hardware I think look dramatically worse than anything Xenoblade's done, but that's just me. Hey, maybe I'm a snob, maybe I have a bias. Okay, so target the mech on there, it's level 20, and shows us the battle palette here. Sure, if you've already played the game you know how it works, but with the battle palette you select fight icon, and then from there, you can target onto an enemy and start engaging them. From there, your position... One of the things I love about Xenoblade in the combat is that position really matters. I guess now, because I'm fighting with Dunban and Dixon and Mumcar can't really do much, I should use Enchant so I can allow their weapons to do damage. That way I'm not the only one doing damage here. Then I'll build up my arts gauge by hitting things, and then do Monado Buster here to knock out this Mechon. Or both. I forgot I had the AoE with that move. And, yeah, I mean, this is a basic introduction to Xenoblade's combat. One of the things I like about the Xenoblade combat system in general, you know, all the series, is that it's a lot more engaged than just pressing a button at a certain time or, you know, finding what weakness A inflicts weakness B. I mean, of course, what you can see here is that the weapons and the battle system is all in real-time combat. But it's also based on your position in the battlefield as well. Okay, where the hell is this last monster coming? Alright, there we go. So, though you won't see it right away, because with Dunban's weapon, there's not really anything that benefits me being a certain position from the enemy. A lot of attacks, like Air Slash or what's another one I'm thinking of? Backslash, of course. They do more damage based on your position next to the monster, or next to the enemy. Certain moves will also do more damage against enemies or less. So, yeah. Good first encounter.
You gotta be kidding! It's their main force. Looks like the Mechon are hell-bent on taking us out.
They'll have to be if they want to beat us. Now, let's even the odds a bit.
You heard him.
Dixon, Mumka, let's do this!
Dunban! I ain't going down that easily. Dunban! You alright?
What does it look like? I'm still good to go.
Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit eventually.
Mumka, what are you doing? That way is...
Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you, but it's the Monado they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Mumka, you dirty...
Now, don't worry. I'll organize your funerals. Well, see you, boys.
Wait!
Huh? If this is a joke, it ain't funny. Looks like this is it. At least we know our luck can't get any worse from here. Dunban?
Dixon, take care of the survivors.
Dunban, what are you playing at?
Those idiots. I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. That thing's gonna be mine! Oh no!
If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
God, Dunban is so awesome.
A Mechon M71? I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled. It's completely useless. Ugh. Huh? An M69! Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to... Shulk! Right. It's not a Mechon. It's just a Crabble. It was using the Mechon armor as a shell.
I'll lure it away and topple it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
Alright, we're into our first actual battle. So a few things that I want to point out here. One regarding the cutscene from earlier. I always found it so weird that Mumkar's whole plan of escape was to just run away in the field of Mechon that were easily able to kill him, one. And two, that he was also going to take the Monado for himself. Which is like, when you know the history and the lore of the Monado, like how, you know, it caused, you could see in the cutscene, it caused Dunban extreme pain when he was wielding it. You wouldn't think to, you know, not use the weapon that could probably kill you, or that maybe, you know, oh, maybe the Mechon would pay. I don't know. All I'm saying is Mumkar's an idiot. Also, one of the things I really like about this cutscene is that Ryan and Shulk's interaction on the field right before the Crabble gets up, that kind of introduces you to some gameplay mechanics. Ryan says, "I'll topple it, and you use your arts to finish it off," and that's kind of like your basic run of gameplay with Ryan and Shulk for the first maybe 5 or 6 hours of the game, and you get to know that pretty fairly well through that tutorial scene and through this tutorial fight. So I mean, I'm pretty sure what's on the screen now is pretty easy to understand. Complete itself, you kill it. Select arts, we already knew how to do this from the last fight. And you use backslash to deal damage. You could also use light heal to heal Ryan. And you could select who can be healed out of the two. So your main way of fighting for the pretty much most of the game right now is going to be using Shulk to deal the most damage, drawing aggro away from him and towards Ryan, and using Ryan as a defensive kind of wall and tank. And you want to really heal him and focus on doing that. Oh shit, did I already fuck up?
We can definitely do this. Let's go.
Okay, you break it? Oh, it's dead.
Let's keep this up.
Alrighty then. Didn't think it would die that fast. Like any other good RPG, you get lootable items on the field, and like every other good RPG, you have the ability to immediately pick up all of the items because they're all disposable, and you're probably going to either sell them to a vendor or use them for some random event quest anyway. Oh yeah, there's a counter pile here. So we're just gonna focus on beating the crap out of this.
Right, you're a lifesaver. Eat this. Let's keep up the pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna wait to use light heal to see who needs it, because Ryan really doesn't need it right now while I'm saving. Okay. Nice.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a close one.
Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself? Stay where I can keep an eye on you. It's pretty dangerous outside of the colony. There are all kinds of monsters.
Yeah, but thanks to you, we got its shell. Everyone in the colony's gonna be really happy.
I'm more worried about you than the shell. Oh, whatever. Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent weapon out of it. This scrap driver's excellent.
I just learned by watching Dixon make weapons.
Of course, Dunban's weapon still beats them all.
The Monado. I hope I can figure out the secret of his power one day.
You will, Shulk. Anyway, we better get back to the colony. If I'm late for drills again, old Square Tash is gonna kill me.
Square Tash? Oh, the Defense Force Colonel. He's pretty scary.
Tell me about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break.
Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
Alright, and again, like any other good game, you get an arrow showing you the direction of the place you need to go. I swear, man, this like, simple map design, or simpler map design, and just a straightforward arrow telling you the next main objective's location was all Xenoblade 2 really needed to make it better experience for me personally. I mean, like, I know it had the arrow, but like every map was such a frigging labyrinth or a maze to have to go through that I genuinely just did not enjoy exploring that game's world for a very long time. We'll fight these bonnets because I'm a horrible person and I want to see them perish. But yeah, I mean, like, that's why I actually kind of like Torna a bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, I did like Torna a bit more than Xenoblade 2. Maybe I'll talk about that someday, I don't know. It's been so long since I played Torna. But my experience with Torna was, at least playing through the game, I felt it was a lot more straightforward and a lot less, I guess, maze-like and confusing than Xenoblade 2's main story was. And that's what kind of kept me engaged with it, is that I could really follow where I needed to go next and how I needed to get there and what I needed to do to get there. And yeah, I mean, this is about Xenoblade 1, obviously, this entire playthrough. But I mean, there are a lot of things I feel like this game did so much better. And the really simple map design, map layout was definitely one of them. Another thing we're being introduced to now is items on the ground. These little blue dots here are collectibles you can pick up various locations. They could be a number of different things depending on the location that you're in, and a lot of times they're used as either trade-in items for when you want to sell things for money in order to get, you know, better weapons or armor, or they could be used for quests. So a lot of characters, there are so many quests in this game from random NPCs, and they ask you, oh, can you get me this random item here, sir? And you're like, yeah, why not? I'm your fucking pack mule. So you go do it. Like every other JRPG on the face of the earth. But I mean, it does result in, more times than not, really decent to good rewards, so I'd say it's mostly worth it. Okay, now we've been introduced to our first topple. So, of course, the way you topple enemies in this game is fairly straightforward. All you have to do is inflict break, which is that pink element, onto an enemy. And then once that's done, you have to have another party member inflict topple. I believe Hammer Beat is Ryan's topple move, and for some reason he keeps doing it right away, like a dummy, instead of waiting for me to do my turn strike, which I don't think I'm ever going to understand why the AI does that, but I hope that's something that they fix in Xenoblade Definitive, is the AI's insistence on using the arts that you would much rather them save very early in the fight. I cannot tell you the amount of times that Charla has like healed me really early in the fight when I don't need it, and then she's her rifle is overheating in the middle of a really crucial battle or boss fight. Same with Ryan not doing his topple art specifically. It's why I let cutscene.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
All right. See you later.
Yeah, look at that. Ryan's a thick boy. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could hear me. I'm on my apologies. My apologies. But yeah, as I was saying, big part of Xenoblade's combat system kind of does require you to play the character that's role is most crucial to winning a fight, which I feel is a little detrimental. I would like to be able to play any character that I want to at any point, and mostly I played as Shulk because, lore playthrough, you want to play as the main character who's really cool and dope and stuff. But and plus Shulk was like my favorite video game character ever. Another topic for another day. But it's a situation where the entirety of the gameplay here revolves around, okay, well, do I need to topple the monster? What statuses do I need to inflict on it? Who's the key member to beating this thing? Is it a Telethia? Then I need to be Shulk. Is it a Mechon? I probably need to be Shulk. If it's a Telethia, maybe I could sneak by as being Melia or something, I don't know, but it's something you gotta wonder too, is if they're gonna fix some of the AI issues in the game. Okay, so as you see, Ryan, the thick boy, he left us. Now we're gonna be by ourselves, and this is the game's kind of introduction to your ability to trade with individuals in the story, ability to do quests, and ability to just go to the marketplace and sell the shit that you don't want. Now, if you're the casual player, okay, you're the casual Xenoblade player, your first thought would be, okay, I'm just gonna go to the shop, sell the shit, and then leave it, and then maybe pick up some new armor sets with the shit that I sold. Like you got some shit here. Oh, you can make a good amount of money off of that, yeah. But we are smart people in this playthrough, okay? We are smart individuals. Although we understand we can get new weapons, alright, new weapons for Ryan and yeah, we can, and new armor too. We can get new armor, brand new armor for Shulk. Get a bikini top. You ever want to see Shulk in a bikini top? Plant that image in your head. Alright, you could do that, yeah. You could buy that with it, but it's best that you save it. You save it for maybe a good trade, or oh, Slit Edge, yeah, I do kind of want Slit Edge, wait. No, I don't even have Slit Edge yet, so I'm gonna have to wait for that. But yeah, you're gonna want to maybe wait to see if you can find a good trade, like right here.
Hi there.
Let's do this quickly, like it's an underhand fucking black market deal. So you can do trades for certain items. See, okay, well, I already have one stiff hair, Arachno Silk. She wants 510 gold for it. No. Oh, now we're going to the Affinity chart. Okay, wait. So, one of the things that Torna reintroduced, and that was kind of a really big staple of this game was the affinity chart. The affinity chart is kind of like, imagine your connection to everyone who lives in Colony 9 and Colony 6 and all the other places in the world, the world of Xenoblade, the Bionis and the Mechonis. Imagine that, and imagine when you do things for them, you trade with them, you communicate with them, perform quests, whatever, you get affinity points, and affinity points can help you later in the game with a number of different things. I think it's a big part in helping rebuild some of Colony 6, I believe.
Well?
Okay, I've lost something I really need. Will you help me find it? A resident has lost their key and can't get back into their house. Find the lost key for her. Find a key in Colony 9. You get 50 experience for it and 1,000 gold. This woman's rich, giving you 1,000 gold to find her key. Okay. When I'm a fool, losing my door key, my fate is in your hands. Jack's so dramatic. Okay. Okay, dude, what do you have for me?
Hello.
Verdant Buccal is on the beach near anti-air battery number 1. I can't stand the sight of it. Nasty thing with those spiky horn bits. You'll take care of it, won't you? So you've been asked to eliminate a gigantic monster because it looks hard to defeat. Defeat Verdant Buccal near anti-air battery 1 in Colony 9. So we're not doing that anytime soon. That sounds like a fucking death wish, dude. Alright, I'm gonna get my bearings in this area, because again, it's been a while since I played this game. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back with you guys in a few minutes, and then we'll figure out what the fuck we want to do next, okay? Cool. Okay, so I think what we're going to do first is find that woman's missing key. Now, if I recall, the key is likely hidden somewhere behind a house here. I've already looked around a little bit for it, but I found like a bunch of other things that weren't it. So I'm pretty sure I have more quest materials. So here we're going to defeat monsters that are threatening the safety of Colony 9. Defeat 2 hand bunnets. Oh my god, bunnets. What are we gonna do about those bunnets, dude? Those deadly bunnets. Oh, you also have something else for me. Oh, he also wants me to beat the crap out of some Crabbles. Okay. I think these quests specifically you don't have to go back to this guy for. Did he just disappear? I'm pretty sure after like a certain time in the day they just go away. Which is why I also lost that other dude who had the quests over here too, so I'm gonna have to come back for him. That was that was kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't expect him to just disappear like that. Okay, so gotta figure out where. Oh. Where? Oh, he's right over here. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, Shulk, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've broken my watch. Look, it's in pieces. I'm terrible with machines, even little ones like this. Would you mind fixing it for me? You don't have to be good with machines to be careful with them. That's another thing I like about this game, is how the characters actually can interact with people in cutscenes, in or out of cutscenes, with dialogue that's unique to them. You just have to be careful. Wasn't your father good with machines? I'd have thought fixing things would be the first thing he'd teach you. No, not just good, he was amazing. When I was little, I used to marvel at how he swung that hammer. But he's gone now, and as hard as I try, I can't be like he was. I'm sorry, Desiree, I didn't mean to be rude. Aw, it's so easy to make you go all timid. Seriously, don't worry about it. It's been a year since then. I'm back on my feet. Anyway, are you gonna fix my watch or not? See, the writing in this game is so amazing, dude. So fantastic. Desiree has broken her watch again. Take it to the lab and fix it for her. Mend the watch in Shulk's lab. Brilliant, I'll leave it in your capable hands. It's in pretty bad shape. I'll have to use the equipment in the lab, so it might take a while. Me too. Me too, Shulk. And now it's nighttime. Big thing about Xenoblade as well is that certain quests will only be available with certain weather conditions, certain day and night cycle time periods. Of course, you can switch the day and night times, you know, anytime you want in the menu, but you can't really determine the weather, which is when certain bosses and fights are only available. Alright, I just realized I am a massive idiot, and you can actually see objective markers in this game with the red exclamation mark on the map here. Just let you see what you gotta look for and how you gotta look for it, which is really dope. It's a really good convenience factor. You know, if you know the general area that you're going to, you can find an item or a series of items for a quest fairly easily, just like that. So we found the key just like that for the woman. And let's accept another couple of quests while we're here. I think this person around the corner has something for us.
Good day.
I've lost the tool I need for work, I just don't know what to do. Without that, I can't even make enough money to eat. You couldn't find it for me, could you? If it's a spanner, I already found it, alright, so we really owe you one. I left it back in the commercial district last time I went to work. And we got it! Yeah! Woo! Oh, Shulk leveled up. Oh shit, I'm level 5. I just realized that. I think Ryan still will scale with my level even though he's out of the party. So it shouldn't be an issue at all. Alright, there was one other dude somewhere over here. Here he is, who had a quest.
Hello.
Have you got any yolkless clammy eggs? They make the best omelets. I want to make one for my girl. Think you could bring me one? A resident doesn't have enough ingredients to make an omelet for his girlfriend. Help him by collecting the missing ingredient. 1 yolkless flammy egg in Colony 9. You're really gonna help me out? Nice one. You should be able to get them from the flammy around here. Alrighty then. That's something I'm gonna wait for when my party is filled back up again. I have the basic required people to do combat encounters. But here is where the cutscene will inevitably play, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up and we can get on to that one.
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
Uh-oh. The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crashing the mobile artillery into a house. How long have you been in the Force?
Sorry, sir. It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered.
But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine. They win.
Yes, sir.
You're a disgrace to the uniform! Are you forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6? Stick your back into it, maggots! Move it!
Yes, sir.
Get the artillery back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode!
Colonel, we can't move the artillery.
What? You better give a damn good reason why.
Sir? The impact of the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Well, change the cylinder then! Can't you even do something as simple as that?
The auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve!
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers!
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
Yeah, that's physical abuse in the workforce. It's a big no. Also, the song that was playing there is actually one of my favorite songs in Xenoblade. It is called Ricky the Legendary Hero Pawn. It's funny that you hear it here first, but it's just like a nice, goofy, comical song that fits really well with those lighthearted moments like this here, with the Colonel and the men. So, let's see what this guy, the Defense Force soldier, has to have me do. Have you ever been to the pool below Outlook Park at night? There's a monster called Lake Magdalena that appears there. It would mean a lot if you could eliminate it once and for all. Man, so many friggin' monster hunting missions, dude. Alright. Again, one of those things we're just gonna wait for until we get Ryan back, at the very least.
What is it?
There are a lot of scientists in the colony, don't you think? Even lots of young up-and-coming ones. The others are also prolific. It just makes things worse for me. Alright, we're gonna get to another cutscene now, so bye.
Alright, Shulk. How are you?
Dixon! When did you get back to Colony 9?
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your research notes really helped.
So, you can activate it now then?
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
Yeah, for everyone except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
You think so? What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass. The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers?
Which means?
The Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
If we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Dunban! Dunban!
Prioritize the most severely injured! Come on, get a move on!
Dunban!
Don't look like that. I haven't gone yet. Shulk. It was the Monado. It was controlling me. Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Dunban.
Well, I better get the supplies delivered to the Defense Force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
Shulk, you're spending too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age. That's why you're always looking so pasty. You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while. All right, I'm off.
They make the best omelets. I want to wait. Nah. They make the best omelets. I want to wait. Bah!